Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're doing some testing. Need y'all's help. Let's see here. Anybody out there? Hello, everybody. Come on. There's got to be somebody out there. You guys want to see a live stream? I'm testing, trying to fix my camera problems. And I think I've got them checked out and tested. Somehow a USB cable came loose from my switcher from my Free World Live Pro L1. So I'm trying to get things back up and running. Let's see here. Mina Milton. Hey man, how you doing? Trying to get some bugs worked out of my camera system. It went south on me during my hiatus and could sure use some help from you guys to see how we're doing. Well, thank you, sir. I think I've got the overhead fixed. It was not even working the other day. So I really appreciate you stopping by and helping me out. So, you know, trying to figure out how to get things set up and running. And, well, that knife's me and him ain't getting along. Yeah, I'm doing okay. How about you? Well, you said you're doing good. I'm confused right now, man. I'm trying to get back into this and been dealing with my dad's estate and trying to start getting content out there. Although YouTube's making it hard as hell to do much of anything at this point. They just laid down a new gauntlet of stuff about the guns, and that was going to be the core of my channel. Of course, I can't do anything live with that anyway, but I don't know. And I don't know if you were in here the other day when I did a live, but I'm a little disappointed with the knife makers right now. There hasn't been much coming out of the pipe. So it's kind of been the same old SOP, no real innovation and designs. Although I'm waiting for my winter knife to come in, should be in around the end of the month, last time I checked. But I'm glad the audio's good. I'm glad the video's good. And this is going to facilitate me getting back together here. I'm trying to get everything cleaned up and get my backdrops done, so they're working good. And I don't know what I'm going to do about knife content, to be honest with you. I think what I'm going to do is divert over to doing some projects, doing some writ die stuff and doing some tumbling of blades, acid etching and that kind of thing, and just get back into doing some other projects with the knives. I'm going to switch this for a minute. Switcher's working. Although on my monitor, it's glitching a little bit. I'm not sure why. Well, that's weird. Why did it do that? There it went full screen. So at any rate, I don't know what to think of what's going on with the knives. There just isn't a whole lot that I thought about spending money on. I saw Cole's video, Tri-State EDC's video last night on his new knife. I got mixed emotions about it. I think his design's solid. I just have a challenging time doing front flippers. So I'm not sure that I'm going to buy one of his knives or not. I haven't decided yet. Part of me is thinking I might. The price point's not horrible. It looks like it's made out of good materials. I'd like to support him. I didn't buy Kevin's knife the last time. Is it Kevin? No, not Kevin's. Keith's. He just came out with that one that just arrived. I didn't buy it. Yeah, I think it does. I like the blade shape as well. I like the way he's put a little, detail on the top of it. He said it's going to be right around the 300 mark, but he's going to be doing it through Knife Binge. So if you use the 10% discount him and Beads and all the others has got for that site, that'll take 30 bucks off of it. So that puts you in the 270 range, which I don't think is too bad. If that's the maids, I'm going to have to dive here. Let me check here real quick. It is. Come here. Get in here. Go. Chip, where'd you go? Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. Come here, buddy. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't catch one of the dogs. My bad. Now he's raising hell at the maids. Crap. I'll be right back. Come here. Get back, guys. Get back. All right, I'm coming back, guys. Sorry about that. Murphy's Law, as soon as I dive out of here. Anyway, here's Chip. He's the culprit I couldn't catch. Now they're probably going to bark. Now I'm out of breath. So, yeah, you should be able to pick the knife up. Yeah. Around 270 bucks after the discount. So I don't think that's too awful bad for it. My problem is it's a front flipper, and I just can't manipulate those very well. As you can see, if you watch my thumb, when I stop thinking about it, it'll start twitching inevitably. That's the Parkinson's at work. See it going? I don't have it in this hand, so I'm able to work this. I can't get this stupid knife to work. It's really pissing me off, too, this Remet. I don't know why this blade doesn't want to come out for me. I don't know if I need to just work it more. See what I mean? And it's real tight. I mean, real tight right through there. And I'm not sure what's making it tight. Somebody suggested loosening these screws would help, but I tried that and I loosened them off quite a bit and it didn't help. Let me, hell, why not? Let's dive into this thing. Let's see what we got going on. I find it hard to believe that these two screws, I thought they were just holding the insert in, is what my impression was. It is. So maybe I need to dive underneath and loosen a screw there. That may have been what somebody was telling me. Well, hell, I can't get to anything there. How's this knife get taken apart? See what I mean? I can't get it to come out. It's just real stiff coming out through here. It's dragging really bad. And I don't know what it's dragging on. Let me not lose a screw. I'll put that there and put that over there. Take off this and just see where I'm at. Those are tight. I don't want to take a chance of those not coming out correctly. Let's see what happens if I can get these two out. This knife's pissing me off, though, to be honest with you, for the amount of money it cost. Should be working pretty damn good. Let's see here what we got. Take that off. Let's take this one all the way out, just so I don't lose it. Now, will that pop off or not? Yeah, it's going to come off. So what seems to be catching it? Any suggestion, guys, what the deal might be on this, that it's not working right? I'm not sure what it's catching on. I know you can reverse the blade. I don't want to lose anything here, so I'm being hesitant to flip it over. You see, well, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm not pushing it far enough. Can that be it? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. See, it ain't moving. It's pissing me off is what it's doing. I don't know if I loosen this up back here. It might help. I'm open to all kind of suggestions here. Look for metal burrs. Okay. Hey, Lonnie, how you doing today? Thanks for coming in. If you guys could give me a like and subscribe, that'd be great. I'm trying to get to 1,000. It doesn't want to go. I don't know what in the hell's going on with this thing. It doesn't want to move. See what I mean? That's not moving at all. This is an expensive knife too, guys. For what it's doing to me is not good. Something's definitely rubbing, Lonnie. You're right about that. I guess I'll take it on apart. Is that springs there? No, that's just a raised area. Probably making a big mistake taking it all the way apart. What do y'all think? What's up, Neil? How you doing, man? Appreciate you stopping in. A like and a subscribe would make my day. Trying to get to 1,000 here. We're playing around with this remet. Hell, I don't even know what swordfish I think it's called or something like that. Sailfish, swordfish, something. I don't know what it's called. But it ain't functioning the way it should. So I'm taking it apart against my better judgment. Well, those two just don't want to come out. They can't be that long. I don't have a pair of tweezers to pull them out. What should I do? What should I do? What do you do when they come for you? I mean, that is just bound up like crazy. God, it's not cooperating with me at all. This is pissing me off. It might be caught in a side of the. it would take it apart to do that. Best option is this point. I appreciate it, Summer. Thanks for stopping in, by the way. I really appreciate it. Hey, Donnie. Mr. Letterman, how you doing, man? This knife is not cooperating with me in the least. I'm trying to figure out what in the hell the problem is, and I'm going to wind up cutting myself wide open is what I'm going to do here. It's kind of stuck right now in between open and close. Guys, it's just so damn tight, it's not even funny. It doesn't want to move at all for me. There, I got it to move that time. Let's see if I can get these on out. It's pissing me off to no end. And what's really pissing me off is I can't get those little screws out. Let's see. Yeah. See if I can get my camera to focus. Trying to get these two screws out here now. I know that's the way you take it apart to flip the blade, which is not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to figure out why it's not smoothly going in and out of the action is just horrible on it. It's driving me ape shit crazy. Plus, I think my blood sugar's tanking. I haven't eaten today and I'm hungry. I can't get those two out for nothing. And these two dogs are barking up a storm. Let me grab something to grab them with, guys. Chip, quit raising hell. Now, if this was a gun, I can fix it in a heartbeat. I'm pretty damn good with that. These knives, though, I'm not so much. We got that one out. And now let's see if we can get this one out. We got it out. All right, see if we can get it to slide. Got it to come all the way out, which may be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. So I'm going to start looking for burrs like you guys suggested. I'm running my fingers over it. Can y'all behave? Can y'all behave for me? I'm trying to do a live video here. My dogs aren't cooperating. Oh, shit. Guys. So let's see here. Chip, you're fine, buddy. I don't feel any burrs, guys. Any other suggestions? Because this thing is pissing me off to no end. Should I lube it? And I'm not sure what's going on with it. So when I push the button, it actuates just fine. And I'm just not seeing any burrs, guys. All right, Summer, thank you. I think my wife just got home too. Let's see here. I can get it to focus. There we go. See what you guys think. Might be the problem. If something sticks out to you guys, let me know. Well, my wife's here now. Hello, Jamie. I'm live streaming. All right. Thank you. Uh-huh. Good otherwise? So I'm not sure what's wrong with this knife guy. And these dogs, I apologize, they're barking like crazy. I know. Put some oil where springs is. See if that will free everything up. All right, Lonnie, I'll try that. Let me see. I'm a little bit afraid to put oil on it, but why not? I think I'll use the Ultra lube here from KPS and put some lube in a couple places here. You might be right about that. The maids are here a little early. I know, and that's fine. All right. Okay. I'm going to try to lube everything up that you guys are suggesting and then some. See if that may help. Great idea, a little lube. Hello, Weld and Carrie. How you doing today? Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe would be great. All right, let's see if I can get this blade back in without it cutting me. Lots of luck, right? There we go. It slid in pretty nice. So let's figure out where it's got to land to get where it's going. All right. See if we can get these two screws put back in where they belong. I don't remember where they were, if they were in the front or the back. Well, let's see here. Sorry about the dogs, guys. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Hey, Martin, how you doing today? They'll stop barking in a minute, hopefully. Let's see if that'll do it. Well, Chip, hush. Sorry, guys, it's life. We're living in the real deal here. Hey, no problem, on name. I appreciate you coming in. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that would be awesome. I know I sound like a broken record, but I sure could use the love. All right, that's what I thought. I put it in the wrong one. All right, so we're going to put it in this one. All right, that went in good. Trying to get this one in. Arizona EDC, how you doing, man? Just like and subscribe. Yeah, I appreciate it. Need all the help I can get, buddy. All right. I'm wondering if there's anything on this side I should lube. It doesn't look like it. So I'm just going to hold it for a minute. Still fucker won't come out. Pardon my French. It's just, it's rubbing on something. I can't tell what. It's to the point I'm about ready to send it back to him. I swear to goodness. Well, it's a little better. That lube may help if I break it in. How are you? Looks like you're having your hands full. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. But compared to the way I felt and everything I've been dealing with for the last few months, today's a great day. This knife can give me all the trouble in the world, and I don't care because I'm in here hitting. You know what I mean? Oh, that's much better, guys. The lube may be helping. That's much better. I may just put a little bit more in a couple spots. That's a hell of a lot better. I think I'm going to put some right up here on the blade itself. Hey, who else is in here? Joe Raw. How do you pronounce your name, man? I can't read for shit. Jorge. Gerard. Am I saying that right? I hope I'm not butchering it. Trying to get this Remet knife running. I haven't been able to get it to work since I've had it. So, but I'm making some headway thanks to your guys' suggestions. So let's see here. Much better, guys. You just can't be a wuss pushing the button. You got to push it through and make it work. I think we've gotten somewhere because your guys' help more than any other reason was because of my ignorance. Let's see, guys, in the comments, do again what your PC knife. You know, I'm at home 90% of the time. And when I do leave the house, inevitably I always forget a knife. So I'll tell you what I use on a daily basis, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy. This is about a $30 Vortec Cricut, and it's incredible. I want you guys to see how well this thing does. I mean, it comes flying out of there and it's drop shutty. Now, when I bought this off of eBay, I think I paid about 16 or so bucks for it, maybe 20. I bought my grandson one because it's just a damn good knife. Now, admittedly, this is probably D2 steel. I don't know. It's not marked. Yeah, it is right there, D2. But I'm going to tell you, I've been using this for a couple, maybe a year, and it's an awesome knife. Yeah, Lonnie, you're right. A beater knife, and that's exactly what this is. These other ones, like this Microtech SOCOM, and I bought it with a serrated just to have something different. I lost one Microtech as a young man, and it took me a long time to replace it. And these other knives, this is a Kabatu. What is this thing? I can't even remember now. I can't think of the name of it. This is another Remet, but I don't like this one. The D10 on it sucks. You see that? It won't flip for shit. The D10 is horrible on it. I mean, I can do pretty good reverse flicking it, but not really. I hate this knife. This knife, for whatever reason, I'm not sure, but it doesn't get along with me whatsoever. I'm just glad I got my cameras fixed. But that's nor here nor there. You're going to have knives you don't get along with. It's kind of like your first, second, or third wife, right? Just kidding. So let's put this back together. It's amazing to me that this thing's basically held all together with the back two screws on this clip. I don't want to strip them, so I'm just snugging them up here. And it's not reversible, but let's see what we got. Now see, when I tighten that up, it quit working. That's better. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just don't know how to manipulate it. Maybe I ought to do this a little bit. What's that remind y'all of? Like up live. 11 likes so far. Hey, man, I appreciate you lobbying for me. I really do. I'm starving too, guys. You know, I can feel something rubbing there. I'm just going to sit there and do this quite a bit and see if I can get it broke in, because there's something definitely rubbing. See, I mean, it's just binding up. It's almost like I got to shake it every time to get it to move in or out. Starting to really piss me off, to be honest with you, for what I've paid for this thing. You would think it would have worked better. Maybe it needs to be broke in a lot. Yeah, exactly. And I agree with you, Lonnie. I think you're right. I have my Wii Banter right now. That's Arizona. That's a great knife. I like the Banter designs. I have two of them, but I think mine are the Civivi Banters. I don't think they're the Wii. I couldn't afford the, well, I could, but chose to go the cheap route. How about that? This is still rubbing. Well, there's Miss Betty Davis. I asked about you the other day. I've been worried sick about you. I hope you're doing well. And I really appreciate the comment you gave me on that one video that I was playing Betty Davis Eyes on the video short. It made me think of you when actually I didn't even have to think. I chose that song for that knife on purpose, thinking about you. Hope your husband doesn't get jealous. But it was a pretty successful video. My um Bushney 89, how you doing, man? Thank you for stopping in. Hey Bud for his name. It took me a while to break my bug out in and the tactical Maverick before it would work properly. I got you. Well, again, I still think out of the box it should be working better than this. It's driving me nuts. See, I'm shaking the piss out of it and it won't come out. I'm really tempted to send it back to him because it ain't working for shit as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to take it apart again. Driving me ape shit crazy. I wondered if I reversed the blade around the other direction, if it'd work any better. Probably not. So I don't know what it's rubbing on, guys. Damn dogs are going to be the death of me today. They've been raising so much hell. Swing it out with some Lonnie, yeah, I thought about that, and I probably that would help 1,000,000%. Maybe it's rubbing against the inward part of the case that is pointed in the C shape. Hey Casper, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping in. This goddamn thing, I just don't understand what it's catching on. And it's hard to manipulate it when you don't have the cover on the back side. Now see, when I don't have the cover on, it's fine. No problem. So we isolated to something on this side. I don't know if you guys can see anything in there that's looking bright. Let me get this in the camera. That might be rubbing on it that I'm missing. So it's obviously on this side. And if I still had a Bridgeport, I'd be tempted to take it and just surface grind this a little bit. Although I could take some emery cloth and probably knock it down some. The oil is definitely running on this piece up here. So I feel like I have my hand over it. I don't know how I was doing it before with the thing, but it seems to be not catching as much with the I just don't know what it's doing and why it's doing it. It's pissing me off to no end. Guys, Betty, my dogs have been bad. Let's see, what brand is it and what did you pay for it? I don't remember what I paid for it. I know it wasn't cheap. And it's a Remet. And I think it's the swordfish or sunfish or something like that. I don't know where I put the box. Oh, I do have the box over here. Let's see, what is it called? That's probably not the right box. No, that one's from Reich. I don't know what I've done with the box, guys. I'm about as disorganized as you get right this minute. Been dealing with other stuff. Let's see, Summer. It looks like you middle of that part may have some portion out, and it could be, yeah, almost like a bump run down to the middle of it. Oh, you can hear them, Betty. They've been obnoxious as crap today. It's been blowing my mind. Hey, I got 40 folks in here. That's a record, Betty, by a long shot for a live for me. If you guys can give me a like and a subscribe, and I guess that from what I understand, the bell helps out too. I don't know. Let's see here. God, this thing's pissing me off, Betty. Well, Betty, how you been doing? How's your husband doing too? Why I'm thinking about it. Yeah, remit swordfish. You're right, Lonnie. For the price, yeah, I think this was on the crutch of 300. Don't hold me to that. I'll have to look it up, but it's definitely binding up. And I don't know what's binding it. It really, I guess we'll just keep trying to wear it in, but damn, it's pissing me off. I hate to make the whole stream on this, but once I get manifested on something that ain't working right, it drives me absolutely ape shit crazy. And that's what this thing's doing right now. I think I'm going to put some lube. I don't know why there's oil getting on that. Maybe there's supposed to be oil on that. So I'm going to add some ultra fine lube to that. Maybe I'm doing the right thing. Maybe I'm not. It's an easy enough knife to take apart. I guess I could take some memory cloth to that, but before I do any repairs of my own, I'd send it back. 31 anniversary was last week. Well, congratulations, my dear. I think that's awesome. I'm on my 44th year, but that's with 2 wives. Just saying. And if I ain't careful, I'm gonna lose this one. I've been a horse's ass over the years. So I'm trying to do better in my old age. I'm hoping to have learned from my mistakes because there's a bunch of them. I can tell you that. 33 is definitely a lot of people in here. I think, what did we get up to? 40 a minute ago? Let's see here. I don't see how the button can have anything to do with it. Whoever just said that. Stan, the knife is cool, but it's not functioning the way it should be. That's the problem we're fighting with right now. And I can feel the drag on it. I got enough pressure going out. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to send it back to Remet and get it working, because I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't doing its job worth a shit. And I shouldn't be surprised, because this Remet that I bought as well, which was a little pricey, I think this was the $200 range. The detent on this is shit. I don't know how to make it any plainer. It's shit. There's just no, there's no lash or anything like that, but there's just no snappiness to it. Maybe it's getting a little bit better, but it's disappointing me as well. So that's 2 in a row from this company that I haven't been happy with. I will show you guys a cool one though that I am happy with. And I think this is the right one. That's right. I think was this one. That's why it was on the table. What was this? Titanium handle. Baller. Bohler. RK. Alkine -B. I think is what the model is. Let's see here. So this one does a pretty good job. I can't flick it though because of the way this spring on the top works. It just is too tight. But check this out, guys. I love this. Turns into a push, dagger type deal. I think it's cool as crap. So the way you close it, you press the button like that. And this has got a really heavy spring on the top that actuates, and you got to push the pin up. By the way, if I didn't tell you guys, my wife got a third dog. She got a little, I think it's a terrier or something. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen a whole lot of it. She hasn't integrated her in the pack yet, which needs to happen. Let's see, you have any Benchmades? I do have Benchmades, Martin. Quite a few, as a matter of fact. And to be honest with you, I bought a lot of damn generic ones from China. Let me grab something here. Where's it at? Where is it at? That's not what I'm looking for. Here we go, man. Here you go, buddy. Benchmade heaven. Um, these are all bug outs and they're all generics. And I bought them to mess around with doing stuff. I shipwrecked these scales. These are brass, I guess. And I used ammonia and salt. This one did not turn out as good as I had hoped. This one, though, is pretty fly. Let me see if you guys can see that. I really like this one. Nameless EDC, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. This one is pretty cool the way it came out. I've got this mini, and I'll be honest with you. I've given a couple of these away, and I tell the people I give them to straight up front, they're generic. I go in and work on them, get them to work properly, and they've been very happy with them. I mean, very happy with them. This one, I put an aluminum set of scales on, and this one works actually pretty good. It shuts and opens really well. I mean, this one operates well. And I know that this has probably got shit steel on it. I get it. And I normally buy name brands, but I bought this to just screw around with. So they were so cheap, I bought a crap ton of them. I just ordered a Osborne in copper scale. Well, shipwreck it, man. It makes it look cool as crap as far as I'm concerned. I want to redo these because I think I can do a better job now that I've got a little experience under my belt. But you can see the colors in that. I mean, it's beautiful when it turns out. I even have one here that I did in the piss, and I don't see where it's at. I don't know where it went. But I've got one in Altum. These I haven't altered at all, but look at this color combination. I don't think this is even something they sell. I think this is just the shit I got off Wish. This is black on black. And look at this one, guys. It's serrated. Now, again, when I say it's a copy or a fake, I know that it is, and I present it as such. I don't pretend like something's not what it is. But this is actually better than the real one I've got. The action on it is just phenomenal. And you really can't beat these little knives as far as a summer knife goes. This one does a really good job, as you can see. Yeah, I mean, there's a big variety of them in here. Here's a carbon fiber mini with a blue lanyard on the back. Now, I haven't got this one quite as broke in. Well, actually, this one's pretty good. The Omega spring is nice on it. This knife's actually pretty fly. So, I mean, if you know going in, and I'm not advocating buying fakes, I'm not advocating that at all. But I'm a pretty extensive knife collector. I've been doing this less than 2 years, and I can tell you I've got over 10 grand in this collection. And I bought a lot of these just to play with. But I'm going to tell you, some of these are as good or better. I got 2 Narrows I bought from Wish that are just as good or better than what you buy from the store. And I'm not going to pay those. It's going to use a bad word. I'm not paying them folks that kind of money for that knife. Just not going to do it. This one's not bad either. But yeah, so but I do have a bunch of real Benchmades over there in the collection. Just so you know, have real carbon S90V bug out, and it has the best action I've ever had on a knife, and I've broken Omega springs. Lonnie, that's cool because the ones I've handled that are real have been a little disappointing. Let me move this back out of the way. I'll stick it right there now and add it to my shit show. So we're back to this one, trying to get it. This spring is so tight, but you see how you got to lift it up. And I don't know if you guys can see that. That spring rides right along there. It's got like 2 tracks. It's like a railroad track. So I cannot flick it. It only flicks to a certain point, then it springs back. I don't think this knife's flickable. If it is, I haven't figured it out. But look at the way they've integrated it into the blade. And that's a piece of spring steel, I'm assuming, that comes back and around. And then watch it ride that track. Isn't that neat? So it locks up pretty damn tight. I heard that a lot. I must have gotten lucky. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lonnie. I've had problems with the action on them. So back to this damn remet because it's driving me nuts. I need to put it back together before I lose some screws. I'm really disappointed in this knife. I think I'm going to shoot them an email tomorrow or today, later today. I kind of get it going, and then maybe it just needs broken in, like you guys said. Going to put the carbon fiber back in. Now, from what I understand from the other guys I've seen with this knife, you don't want to put these screws in too tight on the carbon fiber because it will crack it if you're not careful. So you just want it barely holding the carbon fiber in. I probably should put some Loctite on those just to keep them in. And I'm just barely going to snug them up. I'm going to check these screws back here on the clip. They're tight. So what is today? Today's Tuesday. So who's live tonight? I guess Cole is, right? I'm sure his show will mostly consist of his new knife. He's a proud daddy. I didn't realize he was only 31. It's making me feel pretty damn old, guys. Everybody's like in their 30s, and my life's almost done. So I'm in the twilight for sure. Send it back, Martin says. I'm tempted, but I'm afraid if I send it back, they're going to go, there's nothing wrong with it. It is manipulating. It's a little better. I have to say it's a little better. God, I really appreciate you guys coming in here. You just don't know how much it means to me. 34. Lonnie's 34. Let's take an age survey in here. Let's see what the average age of you guys are. Once I get my new setup done, I'm changing my main computer, and I'm putting a bigger monitor over here so I can see who's cold. Tri-State EDC, Martin. You know Tri-State EDC. Happy birthday, Lonnie. Was it a birthday? Did I miss something? Oh, tomorrow, TM. Guys, I'm stupid. I didn't even realize you meant tomorrow. Well, congratulations, 34. Arizona's 37. Delaney, 59 to 60 at the end of the month. He's going to have a birthday. So I got 5 years on you, Delaney. I'm 65. And the Parkinson's made me feel like 70. Hey, if you're interested, guys, I'll tell you a little something I'm pretty excited about. I just lost half my viewer count for some reason. The Parkinson's journey. I joined an exercise group near my city here. I have to drive a pretty good ways, but I go twice a week, and it's made a world of difference in my attitude. It's made me want to get back in here and get with the knife community, do some things, produce some videos, and act like I belong to this world again. And I hope you guys are glad I'm back. I'm looking at changing my spot on Sunday. to a different time in the week. There's a bunch of openings early evening during the week. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Um, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Sunday's going to be hard for me if I try to go to the range and then commit to a video that I may or may not feel like doing after wearing my ass out with this Parkinson's going to the range. Mr. Letterman, you're 60. I had no idea you were that old, buddy. You're geriatric almost yourself. That's good to hear. Don't let that shit beat you. Yeah, I agree. Betty, I know you're only 50. You and I have talked about that before. And I'm real happy that you're younger than I am and that you have a long more time than I'll be around. I'm going to have to make a video so when I croak, my people can post the last video for my channel and it'll just be out there for prosperity until YouTube archives me and sends it away. Martin, you're 18. You juvenile delinquent. Jesus, you're a young buck. Are you still in school? Are you going to college or trade school or what's going on with you? You finished high school just recently, I would assume. What's your plans in this world? You doing the military thing or what are you doing? I'm waiting to see what his response is. I'm bated breath here. Laugh out loud. We're behind the ears. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean wet behind the ears, Lonnie? West. Wet behind the ears. Yeah, okay. You left out wet. All right, I see what you're saying now. I don't know how much of a backlog or delay I've got. I say backlog, delay that I'm having on the stream. I hope everything's good audio wise and my picture's working. I'm so glad I got. What's weird is I know I go shooting off in different direction, guys. I apologize, but my uh, Fleetwood Live Pro 1 I've been using forever and ever and ever, and the output came out somehow, and I don't know how it came out. I don't know when the dogs pulled it out or what. So when I went to go vertical the other day, I had no tabletop, and tabletop's the most important thing if you're looking at knives. I don't know if any of you guys are into fidgets. This is a coin, and I like the the piss colors. These things are stupid expensive. I want you to know that this one right here in my hand was about $300. And I actually bought it thinking that I would be able to try to work it in my left hand to get some dexterity back. But as you can see, the Parkinson's has robbed me of it doing much. So I can't play guitar anymore. And I got all those guitars sitting in there in the hallway on the wall. But I'm hoping to get some dexterity back. Let's see. I'm in school for construction workers. I didn't know what it's called in English from Finland. Oh, okay. Well, dude, I'm going to tell you something. A little advice from an old guy. You're better off doing that than going to college at this point. If you don't want to spend all the money and time, 4 or 5 years, and unless you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, engineer, something like that, the trades are where it's at. My son is a heating and air conditioning guy, and he's got his HVAC license and his electrical contractor's license and a couple other things he holds. And he's built one hell of a business out of doing that. And he's in his 30s, late 30s at this point, but he's doing really well. And you're almost better off going that route. They'll always need construction people. You can become a general contractor or something like that, or pick out one of the trades that you would like to do in the way of utilities. I got some more peat grillers here. This knife's pretty snappy. This is a, what is that? A cube. I can't see it. Kubi. I can't front flip for nothing, guys. Just incapable. But I could thumb flick it. And this one reverse flicks pretty good too. These are all my piss colors. Yeah, you need to check out Cole, Tri-State EDC. He's got a great channel. These blades is pretty good. There's a bunch of them that are pretty good. Okay, makes me feel better for what I'm doing. Dude, I'm telling you, you'll make a hell of a lot more money doing that quicker because you'll be out there making money long before you would on a college education. What's your coolest knife in your opinion? Cat and Dots, how are you doing? Subscribe and like, buddy. I really like the SOCOM. It's a Microtech. The construction is undeniably fantastic. As far as cool factor goes, I'd give it about a 8 out of a 10. But this deal right here from Reich, and there's the information on it because I can't. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There's the info on it. Probably the coolest knife I own right now. I don't know if you were in here when I opened it a minute ago, but it opens like a regular knife. And it's not a huge knife by any means, but you press this button here on the handle and it becomes a push dagger. I'd say that's my coolest one. Oh, thank you. How can you see that? Are you guys able to see that? I didn't know if you could see that or not. I thought about getting some more, but you're only renting them at my age. You're not, you don't keep it for long term. It's kind of like, fish. I don't know if y'all have aquariums or had goldfish or whatever. Don't let anybody kid you. You're just renting fish. And then in the big scheme of things, you're actually renting any kind of animal you own. Because in theory, they're going to go before you do. Although I think these little ones might outlast me. It's working better, guys. Okay, well, I didn't know if you guys could or not. I don't know how much of the screen shows up or not or anything else. You hear those damn dogs? Come here, sissy. Sissy, come here. Come here. All right, guys. She's a poodle, believe it or not, but I trimmed her completely down in the beginning of summer. And she's just growing her hair back in. She's about 10 years old almost. This is Sissy. Just if anybody cares, that's who's raising hell. And then her brother. Come here, Chip. They both want to be on the camera today. And here's Chip. He's a poodle as well, and he's a big boy. He's about 11 or 12 pounds, and he's a good boy. Let's see what I can do here. Life is beautiful because it ends. Oh, that's interesting. The real journey begins after death. Parkinson's may take your body, but you ever let it take your spirit. The world is beautiful and life is darkness and darkness. To the magnificent. Well, I got to tell you, buddy, those are pretty good words, and I appreciate that. It's pretty, how can I put it? What's the word I'm looking for? Profound statement. Can I guess your age? Sure. Carden. Is that how you pronounce Mr. Dots? I'm going to call you because Carden. I have trouble with some words. Listen, you sound flip. You should flip the knives a bunch more today and then clean and oil out them and try that. Okay. Well, thank you, Betty. Oh, you're 51, Mr. Dots. I'm assuming it's Mr. I'm not 100% sure. Let me try something here, guys. I'm going to remove that from the stream so y'all can see my big fat head. I'm trying to get in the camera. Which direction do I need to go? Betty, I've grown my hair in. I don't know if you can tell. It ain't nothing coming on the top here, but it's coming in on the sides. And it's I've just decided to let it start growing instead of shaving. I need to trim my beard up though. It's getting unruly. What were you laughing at, Lonnie? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Y'all kill me though. It's hilarious. But yeah, I'm thinking about, I got one over here. See if any of you guys can figure out what this is. I forgot about this one. Let me can any of y'all figure out what that is? I need to add to it because there's not much over there. This one was originally had the Celtic sign in the center of it. Then I had a guy draw and put a flag on. Let's see. It's a Pokemon. No, that's not right. There's Gons. Hey, buddy. Still working union. Steel working union. Oh, no. That's not what it is. That's hilarious. He was trying to guess your age. 51, I'm assuming. Oh, I see. I'm a lot older than 51, but thanks for the compliment. Gons, you should know what this one is. It's not a steel symbol. Come on, buddy. You're in the community. You should know better than that. You ought to be able to figure that out in a heartbeat. That should be no problem to figure out for you, Gons. Now, what was that? Is that a hand clapping? It's not coming up on my screen good. Hey, Marco. How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. It's a rifle bolt. You're exactly right. Who got that right? Lonnie. It's an AR-15 bolt carrier front on a bolt carrier group is exactly what it is. Gons agrees. Yes, it's a bolt. You're absolutely right. Most people think it's a cog or something industrial, but it is a rifle bolt carriage group on the front. When someone dies, they don't die. You will meet them again in a different body. Dude, you're full of wisdom. My dad just passed on the 31st of last month. Actually, the month before. Now we're in July. So he's been gone a little while now. And I hope you're right. Because one of the few last things I said to him when he was dying and in hospice, my mom's gone, my brother's gone. There's a lot of people he would love to see again. And I pray that that's the case. I really need to try to believe that because if we don't have that, I don't know what the point is. And sometimes I think the planet we're living on is hell. But it's making me want to be a little bit different person for sure. Because it's inevitable. We're all going to die at some point. And that's too much doom and gloom, guys, for a Tuesday afternoon. I need to get off that damn topic. Let's go back into the knife world here. So it came with this nice leather sheath, but it needs to be broke in as well because getting the knife in it is a major pain in the ass. First of all, It should go in clip down like this. I'm thinking. I don't think it's the switch. I think it's for the clip. And getting this in the sheath is damn near impossible without a bunch of manipulation. I'm just saying. Now, once it gets in there, it's a nice fit. And I guess what I ought to do is start leaving it in there to start breaking it in, I guess is what I need to do. How many of you guys have slip joints or into slip joints? I've yet to buy one. Back to the knives. I'm with you. Okay, Arizona. That's a cool design on the, yeah, it is. The fat carbon on there is pretty damn cool. It's like an Arctic color, I think, with the whites in it. Gons, I don't want to do that. Thought about, you know what I do to break my holsters in Gons is, I don't know if you've done this or not, but I carry nothing but leather holsters for my carry guns. Pew pews on this channel. Um, I get wax paper and I wrap the gun in wax paper, just 1 or 2 wraps, not a lot. Stick the holster in there for about a week. And when you take it out and you take the wax paper out of it, it's perfect. The retention's perfect on it. I'd go grab mine right now and show you. I know you got the same gun I do, the Shield, and it's perfect for what that does. I was really surprised that that works. Love the slip joints. You should definitely try one. I've been looking at them. I know that Jack Wolf has been real popular with his knives. I say him, his brand. I forget what his name is. But I'm having a hard time spending that kind of money for one. I use paper bag and Ziploc. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Think of this way. Lets him die when you were young. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Dots. He lived to be 87, just for FYI, because I'm 65, if that hasn't come across yet. So it's pretty bad when you're elderly and you got an elderly parent that lived that long, and he was ready to go. He kept suffering from seizures. In the last year or so of his life, he was hospitalized 6 times, and he'd never been in the hospital before that. And he wasn't taking any medicine of any kind. I wish I could say the same. We all have our crutches, our burdens. Let's see, GEC is the best slip joint in our opinion. Okay, I'll have to check that out, Gons. Buy American and American Blade Works is going to drop it soon. It's out there. Amazing. Okay, I'll check that out, Lonnie. Most people don't even make it to 80. Yeah, my doc says I can do it, but I don't know. I'm down 1 kidney, the lack of the use of my bladder, got diabetes. Although I'm going to be honest with you, Blade Walker is a testament to surviving. I don't know how many of you guys know his story, but he's a pretty amazing guy. And Betty's husband is I hope he's doing well. I know that you had some challenges there too. I'm losing the text here. It's going by quicker than I can read it. Okay, buy American. Most people, yeah, I got that. Husband has a couple of them and don't care for them. Oh, really, Betty? It's interesting. Let's see. Back to work. I'm glad. Gons, appreciate you stopping by. I've been watching your channel and watching your stuff. I still want to collab with you, buddy. Maybe we can set that up. I'm thinking about changing my time from Sunday to evening one day during the week. If you have any suggestions, you've helped me out a lot. You were the first guy. By the way, Gon's Guys was the first guy that ever came into my first live stream ever. So I owe him a great debt. He's given me more encouragement to keep going and doing than anybody. Well, I won't say that. Let's just say that everybody's been encouraging. It's Gon's, and just for FYI, I made Blood Walker a monitor as well, and I've yet to have an asshole come in here. Still to date, I've been pretty fortunate. Let's see, Marco's in here. Hey, Marco. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You were in here a little earlier, though. My nose is running, guys. I apologize. But yeah, now my dog's eating leaves. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but my studio is out here in the garage, and I've got a big blue screen behind me and filter in this background. I think it does a pretty good job, but this knife has been troublesome. Let's see if I can get it to open now. Yeah, it's doing better, guys. Let's see if we can get it out of this slip any better. Oh, my nose is just running like a crazy thing. So, guys, I'll tell you something. Let's talk about food for a minute. I'm going to break down and order a pizza tonight, and I haven't ordered a pizza in a year. Last time I ordered, it got stupid expensive, but I have got a hankering for a Papa John's 6-cheese pizza. And I might get a little frog and put some sausage on it. And that damn pizza probably cost me 20 or 25 bucks. It's stupid what things cost today. Yeah, I made some ribs over the weekend, beef ribs. I bought 2 ribs from a butcher, a regular butcher shop that's been here for about 50 years. $75, and they were horrible. The only thing about it was I got some nice bones for the dogs. I am going to treat myself, Arizona. Papa John's is a good one. My family lives your life and to the fullest, whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have pizza tonight, by God. And if I can talk my wife into it, we're going to watch some TV together, maybe a movie, although she's got that puppy. She was my dad's caretaker, so she bought a puppy to kind of fill the void, and I can't blame her. I'm trying to talk her into taking a vacation in October, maybe the end of September. I want to rent a motorhome and go up to the Carolinas. She's a little worried about us handling it, but I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I can still do a lot of shit, although I think sometimes she thinks I can't, which she may be right to some degree. Let's leave it at that. Well, my ugly mug is up there big. So, Betty, you didn't comment on the hair. I don't know if you can see it coming in or not. I'm going to need to go get it cut. Still bald on top, though. If you haven't watched Game of Thrones, you should try it. Possibly a good watch with wife. Actually, the Game of Thrones is probably my most favorite movies, Lonnie. I love the movie a bunch. She won't watch it. She won't watch anything with violence. I'm trying to get her to watch Yellowstone with me. I just started binge watching that earlier in the month, last month. And I think she'd like that. And I've got all these stupid movie channels, and I'm going to start paring some stuff back. I got Netflix, Prime, Peacock, Paramount, Disney Plus, Apple TV. So that's 7. And I bet that's well over $100 a month that I need to get rid of. Thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. Yellowstone is good. Lonnie is one. It's the I'll tell you a funny story about Yellowstone. I turned it on to watch it about 3 or 4 years ago, and the first scene is him with that tractor trailer in a wreck, and he had to shoot a horse. I'm a big softy when it comes to animals. Like when those damn dog commercials come on with all those poor dogs out in the weather and mistreated, I can't watch it. I'll cry like a fat baby. And I'll just be honest with you. I just can't stomach it. I can beat the living crap out of somebody or, you know, deal with a person more than have anything happen to an animal. I don't care what kind. I mean, like a squirrel. If I hit a squirrel on the road by accident or something, I'm tore up for 2 days. I hit my first dog when I was in high school on a road in Georgia, and I obliterated that dog. And I worked for a local drugstore at the time. It was an old Revco store. I had to hear because there's only a couple ways in and out of town. And I had to hear all day long about people seeing that poor dog all over the highway. I had an old Fury 3 Plymouth sedan, and it was a pretty good sized dog. I have never been so heartbroken in my entire life. And you know, the Mr. Dots that was in here, I don't know if he still is or not, talking about the afterlife. There's a lot of dogs I'd like to see and apologize to. That would be the first dog on my list because he didn't deserve to end his life that way. Nothing I could have done different. Couldn't change it if I wanted to. Today, that still haunts me. So let's see. Let me catch up. Yellowstone is good. Going to the Hippie Fest in September. What is that, Betty? Is that like a uh, music festival type thing? You should watch the show called The Boys. It is my favorite. It would, huh? Okay, Lonnie. What station is that on? You get it on a movie feed, or is it just out there on TV, or what streaming network is that on? I tell you what I've been doing too is on my laptop. I've got what's it called? Some VPN service, and I plug in like for England because I love the British sitcoms. And it's nice that my Netflix switches over to their stuff and gets it fed to, you can pick up all the stuff in these different countries. It's kind of interesting. Okay, Prime. I do have Prime, obviously, because I have Amazon. Yeah, that's it. Nord VPN. Man, Lonnie, you're a wealth of knowledge there, buddy. Is that your wife in the logo there with you? Your little circle deal? Is that your wife as well? Well, I'm losing audience. I'm down to 9, but I'm enjoying talking to you guys, getting to know you. And I got to say it again, subscribe and like, please help me out. I can sure use it. Can't wait for Lonnie to come back and tell me that's his wife. Yes, it is my wife in the logo. It's been 11 years. Oh, sweet, dude. You got any kids? Mine are grown. I've got a almost 40-year-old son and I got a 40-something-year-old daughter. And I got some bridges to mend with her that I need to get my ass in gear and just do that before it's too late and I'm gone. My son and I are pretty tight. Camping for the weekend. You dress up in hippie clothes and party. Oh God. And I assume Betty is, I'm looking at your logo now. I'm gonna have to look at you on the big computer. Is that your husband in the picture there with you? And is that you? I didn't realize that was your picture. 5 kids, with the oldest 14 and 13, 8 and 7. Holy crap. My daughter has 5 kids ranging in age from 22 almost. And she's been in here on the live streams before. She's hung out with us. Uh, she's 22, I think, almost. And I think the youngest is probably 10, maybe 9. Well, God bless you, Lonnie. That's a lot of kids. What part of the country are you from? Where do you preside from? And what are you doing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the live stream? Are you working or do you work at night? Or are you just independently wealthy, buddy? Be curious to know. Betty, that sounds like fun. I used my wife when I met my second wife, not my first wife, but my second wife. She was in my closet milling around, and I had a couple old leisure suits in there. And I don't know if anybody else will know what that is. Lonnie, you're shitting me, right? You got to be shitting me. Because guess where I'm at? That would be something. Just hanging out and my favorite enough to stay at home dad right now. Wifey makes good money, but I'm getting a job soon. Duval, Marco, you guys are blowing my mind a little bit. Well, Lonnie, I'm in the same city you are. I've lived here since 1964. I came in with Hurricane Dora. Awesome. You're a Duval County. Well, buddy, we need to meet. We need to get together. Make sure that you I'm sorry, that's stupid. Subscribe so I can find you. And I'm on Instagram. Reach out to me on Instagram. What Dugan? No, Dugan Stuff and Things. We need to hook up. And I don't know if you're into pew pews or not, but I'm a big pew pew guy. But I'd love to meet with you. Yeah, and North Florida NF is it North NF4? I forget what his name is. There's a kid in here that's from like Yulee or Hilliard or something. So he's a North Florida boy as well. Um, yeah, everybody else is pretty much from the north. Marco, how'd you know about Duval? Other than our fantastic Jaguars, Lonnie, do you follow them at all? And I don't know. Let's see, you're a local guy, so just to give you some background on me, I don't know if you know where DuPont Middle School is, but that's where I went to middle school. Then I moved to Georgia with my mom after my dad and them got divorced. And I was up there for quite a few years and I came back. And I have worked and been on the west side working for 40 years almost. I don't live on the west side. I won't tell you where I live until I talk to you in person, but I'd love to meet you. That would be awesome. Okay, cool. Hit me on Instagram. I really would appreciate it. And if you like pew pews, let me know. I have a buddy that lives in Jayville. I'm really, Marco, you're in West Palm? I had no idea. For whatever reason, I thought you were up north somewhere. Lonnie, you and I probably aren't 3 miles or 4 miles apart. That's how close we are, buddy. As a matter of fact, my oldest granddaughter here in town, my son's daughter, he's got 3, is going to Wolfson this year. She got accepted. That's a magnet school now. It's not the catastrophe it was back in the day when I was scheduled to go there, but we moved to Georgia. She's going to be going there this fall. That is crazy, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping in and dropping that on me. That you made my day, buddy. I'd love to get with a younger guy and uh, shoot the shit and hang out. That would be awesome. Sounds like you got your hand full though with the kids. What's your wife do, if you don't mind me asking? My wife was a nurse at Baptist downtown at the ER down there for years and years and years. Then she transferred to South and she ran a floor over there. And then she became an administrator for the last part of her career and she retired about 4 years ago. It's cool to finally meet some people from Florida. Yeah, well, the North Florida kid, and I say kid because he's probably your age. Him and his dad have a website, and they're starting to sell knives. Oh, okay, that's cool. You know, that's what this whole city was built on: banking and insurance companies. Just and nobody else will understand this, but I don't know, Lonnie, if you'll remember, but the building on the foot of the Main Street Bridge, which is now the Wells Fargo building, used to be the Independent Life building back when it was built. My dad built that building, and he also built the fountain downtown. He was a general contractor. And when he got done with the Independent Life building, they asked him to stay aboard because he knew the building in and out. It was the tallest building in the state of Florida for a long while. And he stayed there for 30 years. He built buildings all over the country for them. Just as a little tidbit of information, probably more information you want. The dogs are over here playing. I love watching the dogs play more than anything else. Hey, sir, love to see your video. Hey, man, I appreciate it, Hassan. I, I I'll fuck up the front and the first name for sure. I skateboard. Oh, you skateboarded the Wells Fargo building sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if you get in the back still where the dumpsters and everything are kept, right at the foot of the bridge, it goes down. And around the building, I could see where that would be a great place to skateboard for sure. And I'm curious what they're going to do with the landing downtown. I've never skateboarded in my life, never had the coordination to do it. And I'll be damned if I'm going to try it at 65. I take a great deal of pride of not falling down and throwing up. And then I screwed up here about a month ago and had to throw up a lot. Of course, I had a lot on my plate. It's getting late in Finland. All right, Martin. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by. And I appreciate you subscribing, man. That helps a bunch. And we'll be in here a little bit more often for sure. Please come to Pakistan as a great time for us. Okay. My neighbors every summer go back home to Morocco. They're from Morocco. The three girls and the mom go back, and the dad stays here and works. Let's see. Awesome, Martin. I've had a great live stream, guys, because of you guys. It's made me really re-energize my thoughts about this whole thing. It's going to make me get motivated to do more. I can't wait to meet Lonnie. I think that'd be awesome. Hook you up with my son and some of his friends. They collect what are those cars called? They got right-hand drive. What are those? 280Zs? I think that's what they got. There's three. Him and his wife got one, and his best friends got one. I think they're Datsun 280Zs, I think is what they are. I'm not a car guy, so I don't know. Mr. Halston, I appreciate it. We will. I hope you liked and subscribed. That would be great. Just for FYI, Lonnie, I am working on my dad's estate right now, and I've got two cars I was given that he left behind. Obviously, he's got two caddies. He's got a 2008 Escalade pickup truck, EXT, I think it's called. And I've got to sell it. And then he's got a 1988 Cadillac something. My wife just was over there and sent me some pictures of it. I don't know exactly what that is. And she didn't take the right pictures to help me out, unfortunately. She didn't get the badge off the back of it, but it's a big four-door sedan. The interesting part about that, just so you know, um, the Escalade has 33,000 and some odd miles on it, and it's from 2008. The 1988 Caddy, which I'm not sure what it is, I'm gonna have to get the decal off the back. It's so old, the serial numbers or the VIN numbers only got 8 digits, so it's pretty old. Um, it's only got 33,000 miles on it. My 2009 Cadillac Escalade Transverse just went out on the 4th. Oh, so well, it's going to be for sale if you're interested in a EXT. I'm going to put it on the market next week. Just saying. And it's only got 33,000 miles on it, and it's got 24-inch rims on it. It's been pimped out. It's pearl white. Pretty truck. Garage kept. Nice shape. Just saying. I don't want to advertise a bunch on here, but of course, that's a different location than here. So, yeah, I just lost my dad, if you hadn't heard that already, about a month ago. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap this stream up. Lonnie, it's been a great pleasure to meet you and everybody else that's been in here and taking time out of their day to come in and see me. It's been a big kick in the ass for an old guy. I really do appreciate it. And Lonnie, I look forward to meeting you sooner than later. One of my favorite haunts is Hooters, and we don't have to drink any beer. If you're one that drinks or not, I don't know, but I don't drink a lot. But a cold beer on a hot summer day in Florida isn't much to sneeze at. My son is a recovering alcoholic and got some other issues, but he's been clean now for quite a while. So let's see. I'm sorry to hear about you, Dad. Appreciate it. Keep your head up and look forward to meeting you too. Well, man, you've really made my day. I'm really looking forward to it, and I mean that a lot. So, anyway, I'm going to sign off. This has been a fantastic live stream. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say that enough. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Lonnie, I'll be looking forward to talking to you. Marco, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great day too, or a great week. I'm going to try to do another live. I'm going to catch up with Knives Fast. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to spam everybody. Crazy shit he does. Well, I'm trying to sign off, and all you guys are saying great things. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any of y'all's goodbyes, because this has been a big kick in my ass, guys, a big morale booster. Thank everybody for stopping in. I'm going to go in and hit the button. See y'all on the next one.